Hello, everyone, and welcome to our free live preview of California Psychics, where we weekly showcase one of our top tier psychics available and what it's like to get a reading with us here at California Psychics. Today, we'll be answering a few lucky viewers' questions for free during this 1 hour live stream. I am your moderator, and we are joined by one of our fan favorites here at California Psychics, Psychic Chip. How are you doing today, Chip?
Hey Carson, I am doing great and I am really excited to be here today. It's been a while and yeah, I'm just pumped to be here with you and to connect with our lovely folks out there and invite spirit to step forward. Yeah, it's a good day.
Yes, it is your first live stream of the new year. And for those who haven't met Chip yet, he is one of our fan favorites, especially on these live streams. So you are in for a treat today when we get some of the answers from Chip here in just a few minutes. But before we get started, excuse me, I want to list off a few bits of information for our audience. If you are wanting to get a one-on-one reading with Psychic Chip here after seeing a free preview of his abilities today, make sure to stick around to find out his exact schedule that we'll be shouting out later in the live stream and the ways to reach him. Also, before we get started, I do want to list off some ground rules for questions that we are able to answer. Unfortunately, we are not able to answer any legal or medical related questions here at California Psychics. For medical, this can include questions about treatments, medications, or fertility questions. For legal questions, this can include questions about court cases, custody battles, and general court decisions. If you do ask about another person, please make sure you at least include their first name within your question, because this will allow Psychic Chip to more accurately answer your question as well today. As my final note, I do want to urge all users who are joining us today to not add any accounts who send you a friend request for a psychic reading after the live stream today. These users are not associated with California Psychics, and the only way to receive a verified, guaranteed reading with one of our psychics here is to go to californiapsychics.com. But without any further ado, we can begin answering questions. And if you haven't already, go ahead and start putting your questions in the chat, and that's how we'll be selecting the questions today. So this first one that I spotted was here from Daniel. Psychic Chip, Daniel is wanting to know if following your last conversation, so you may recognize Daniel. He wants to know if you can get a reading regarding him and Jennifer, and if you see things getting better with their situation. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Daniel, I mean, the first thing that I felt was things get better. A little bit of space right now is important for you and Jennifer, not to reward her, but to like protect you, because I almost feel like if you try to put another bid out there, like you might kind of get chomped at or snapped at right now. And in fact, it could hurt worse if she didn't respond at all. So they're telling me maybe give it a beat. If you haven't heard back from her before end of Thursday, Friday, like that may be a nice time to try to touch base again. My friend, we have talked about this connection with you and Jennifer. And one of the things that I think Spirit's bringing back to me again, as you know, I read everything fresh, but they're giving me, your guides are giving me this again, is that, this is one of those situations where it's not so much, there's something wrong with Jennifer, but it's more about like what's happened to her to make her go into this place where she's kind of combative and sort of edgy. And so what they're talking about is just really, we're getting ready to have a Mercury retrograde at the end of the month, on the 26th through March 20th. And that's going to be a time where I'm seeing you taking a step back, really reevaluating. I mean, I do think the two of you are going to be in touch, but maybe just ask for Spirit to give you a sign, because my readings have been consistent that I think things are going to improve in due time, but it is asking a lot of you. And so I just wanted to offer that to you. It's not to say this can't, get better and continue to improve. It's just more of, is this something you feel prepared to sign up for? Because there is a little bit more of that up and down. We talked about that being something that could be around for a little bit. Later this year, improvement, but just feel into that for yourself, my friend. This is one of those situations where I really encourage a client to check in with their gut instinct. And we can continue to look at it, as things evolve. So wait till a little bit later this week and let's recap. And if you need to, shoot me a message and we can even take a deeper look at it. So.
Wonderful. Thank you, Daniel, for submitting your question today. And we really appreciate you attending our live stream today. If you enjoyed that answer from Psychic Chip, please let us know in the chat as well. We'll make sure to put it up on the screen for Psychic Chip too. Next question I spotted was one here from Kathy. If wondering if she has a person of interest coming into her life, and to help her out, do you see this person of interest coming into her life being a past or a new flame?
Okay. Kathy, I have somebody actually that's already, I don't think that you know them yet, or if you do, you don't know them well. And I gotta tell you, I'm getting a name. They're showing me G and W. I mean, it could be something like a George William or something like that. It's like a GW. Something important about those letters with this person's name. It is somebody that is connected to you through your circle or your group. Um, this doesn't feel like a neighbor who you just walk by, or something. This is somebody that is connected to somebody in your circle, because I'm seeing you introduced to them, or you may know them sort of peripherally through your circle of people. And I will tell you, I think in the last 2 years, he's not been really emotionally available. Okay. When I get that, sometimes somebody's gone through a very significant heartbreak, or through a breakup, or they may have lost a partner. So I just don't think that they were, on the market, so to speak. And I do think this is a soul connection for you. Very gentle. He's a man's man, like a gentle giant energy. Honestly, I think he actually is quite large in stature. He could chop wood kind of energy. Very, very attractive, masculine energy, but gentle. And I think you need that. Like, that's going to be very healing for you. So you do have them. He may have a birthday in September. So he's either Virgo or Libra. I think he's Libra, actually, because they're showing me later September. And you have met him before his birthday. So I know for certain you're going to meet him. And they just showed me June. So I think you're definitely going to meet them before June. It's not hot as summer, but it's not cold like winter. Okay. That's how I feel. Sometimes spirit gives me numbers and they show me weeks and they show me months. And that's just right now they're giving me seasonal energy, temperature wise. But between now and that time, you are going to meet this person. And I feel like you're going to hit it off. This person's going to feel very safe to you. It's not going to be a question of whether they're attracted to you and interested in you. So yes, my friend, your guides are being very, very specific that you have a specific energy that they're bringing forward. And this is a soulmate. So it's a very significant connection for you. And it's one that I think you'll feel very grateful that you waited for and you hung in there with. So I appreciate your heart and your patience. Your guides are working this out for you, Kathy, and blessings to you. Let me know if you have any additional questions. I'm here to help in any way I can.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kathy, for submitting that question in today. And we really appreciate you attending the live stream today, too. I spotted another question here from Debbie, but I also wanted to spotlight Daniel's thank you. He wanted to say that you're always on point, Chip. So we really appreciated that answer that he received. So thank you again, Daniel. That question from Debbie. She wants to know if her person of interest, Rob, is currently, or what he is feeling about Debbie, or thinking about their current relationship situation. Is there a potential reconciliation in the future between the two of them? Thank you.
Rob. Let's see. Debbie, it's funny. I just did that, isn't it? Your guides are making me go, Rob. It's always about Rob. It's always about Rob. He is thinking about the connection. He's rather lonely, but he's also a little prideful right now. Okay. And I think you may have had instances like this. All right. When he sort of retreats and he goes into the corner of the ring and he's sort of got his gloves up, but he's not trying to attack. He's just kind of staying back. And Spirit's making me feel like he's in passive posture right now. So it might take him a little beat here. But I just, something I mentioned to Daniel earlier with this retrograde that we have coming up. And I don't ever want to be negative about retrogrades, okay? It's not something I'm trying to scare tactic anybody. It's just, go with the flow of the seasons, all right? We don't go to the beach in the winter, right? Unless you live in somewhere like where it's warm during the winter, I guess you're a lucky soul. But, I think of going with the season of the retrograde. This is going to be a perfect opportunity for you to rework this dynamic. I think he's rather sensitive, maybe more sensitive than he lets on. and there are things that he holds from you. And I just get this feeling of like a big wall goes up with him. And I don't like that for you, because then it's like the Rob show, and he's like, where's there room for Debbie right now? So I feel like this is workable. He's showing me that he's thinking about you. He's just kind of being prideful and not stepping forward, but he will. So let's let the castle walls slowly come down. I do think you'll be hearing from him in about a week, within a week, by the end of this week, they're telling me. Hang in there, because we have some supportive things happening astrologically for you too, is what Spirit's saying. And I can only offer you that because I don't have your chart in front of me, so I don't even know exactly what it is they want to show me, but we can maybe look at that and talk a little bit more offline. But there are some supportive things coming up over the months of February and through the end of March that I think can help you two to heal this. So hang in there. I do think the two of you can work it out. He's a tough one, and you're a saint for hanging in there. Blessings, Debbie.
Yeah, so wonderful. Thank you, Debbie, for submitting that question today and for attending today's live stream. And thank you, Chip, for that answer for Debbie. And if you enjoyed that answer, please let us know in the chat as well, Debbie, and we'll make sure to put it up on the screen. Now, Chip, you have been delivering some very great answers to start off today's live stream. So as we take a little quarter break, can you please let everybody know when is the very next time that you'll be online and available for these one-on-one psychic readings on CaliforniaPsychics.com for those who are seeking a guaranteed answer to their questions in a private one-on-one format?
Yes. So I have my schedule right here, so I can look to it just to let you guys know. So I'll be logging on at 10 a.m. Central Time each day this week. Friday will be a half day, but I will be on usually until about 6 or 7 Central Time with a break in the afternoon. So I'll be on morning and evening. I try to accommodate all the different time zones to make time for all my folks that are, in various places and various countries. So if you find that there's not a time that works good for you, please reach out to me. Or if we're not connected in the notes, maybe customer service can get us up on an appointment. I do offer appointments, or also shoot me a message, offline messages. I read those in the order that I receive them, and try to get to all of those as well. So I'll be on all this week, and yeah, I'm excited to connect. I'm seeing some new names, so I'm excited to connect with folks today that I haven't read for before. I love that.
Yes. And you can connect with Psychic Chip again on CaliforniaPsychics.com through either phone call, online chat, or offline message. If you prefer to get your readings through either text-based readings or phone call, we have it available. And yes, if you have any questions about getting connected with Psychic Chip or any difficulties, please do not hesitate to contact our wonderful customer service team. They are super helpful and are able to answer any questions with getting started with California Psychics that you may have, or getting connected with a psychic that you may just have a little trouble getting into their queue or schedule. So don't hesitate to contact us. Hopping right back into questions in our free live preview of California Psychics live stream, we have one here I spotted from Jennifer. Jennifer, so we answered Daniel's question earlier about Jennifer, and now we have a Jennifer. She is wanting to know when she will be moving to Ohio, and if a time allows a small love reading for Corey contacting her again.
Okay, so I'm getting... Jennifer, I'm getting 3 threes. So I'm getting 3. So I will say, usually when I see a number or I hear a number, I'll get a sense of whether it's days, weeks, or months, or in some cases years. We don't usually go that far out in some of the situations I read, but I will say this one does feel like it is a little bit of a longer energy for me. So if the two of you are in touch daily, that could be like 3 hours, that could feel like a long time versus 3 minutes, right? So I want to offer that to you in the context Spirit gave it to me, in terms of, when you'll hear from Corey. But as far as the Ohio move, I got to tell you, I just feel like this is really wide open for you this year. It feels like you've really thought through this, like you've really planned it. Like, I think there's something in you that's like, it's just a big box check for me. That's how Spirit shows it to me. I'll say this: if we get to June, July, August, and you haven't moved yet, I will say I think Spirit's going to start really pushing you like off the diving board, and sometimes we need a little bit of that. But I just, they're talking about maybe just take a pause and see if there's any fears that come up for you. If you like to meditate or right before bed, ask to be shown in your dreams, or we can read on it a little deeper. But in the fairness of time, what I want to say is I don't see any reason why you couldn't do it this year. And especially by the third quarter of the year, I think you're going to start getting some pressure. Okay, so if it's not by then, I think you're going to find that you're like forced to go, because I feel you pulled there. Yeah. All right.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you, Jennifer, for submitting that question today. And we really hope that you enjoyed that answer from Psychic Chip. Yes, thank you for joining us today. Now, I spotted another one here from Cherish, wanting to know if you see Rasheen moving here soon and when. So I'm assuming, yes, Rasheen is moving closer to them, Cherish. So thank you.
Okay, Cherish. Yes, okay. I like a move for you two. I like this energy. I think the two of you actually will do very well. And I'll tell you, some people are excellent partners, but horrible roommates. It's just one of those things where it's like, sometimes I can see two people are going to be together long term, and it's like a long adjustment period. For you two, I think you're like very respectful of each other's space. It's going to be great. The only thing I would say is, like, from a timing perspective, I think they want to get you through like middle March, okay, before like there's like so if you have a plan between now and mid-March for this to happen, I would just say there's the possibility that it could just like kind of slide over just, a few weeks or so. So, but I'm getting that this is like by the summer, the two of you have made this happen. You've got a strong plan and you've made this happen already. And I think it's going to go very well. Like, I get a very serene, peaceful energy with you two. So Cherish, keep me posted on how it goes. If I can look anything deeper on this, let me know. But blessings to you and Rasheen.
Wonderful. Thank you, Cherish, for submitting that question today. And we really hope that you enjoyed that answer from Psychic Chip. Let us know if you did in the chat as well. Yes, Jennifer, our previous question, also saying thank you as well for her answer that she received from you.
Let's go.
Yes. And I also spotted this comment from Nancy, who is not necessarily a question, but I feel like you may recognize this Nancy from just how it came through. So,
yes, we all felt it. Carson felt it first. He's very empathic.
But thank you, Nancy, for joining us today. Did want to highlight your comment for Psychic Chip as well for joining the live stream. Really want to thank you. Now, spotted a question here from Natalie, wanting to know about her relationship with Brian. Brian, or she wants to know simply, are they done?
Natalie, okay. So just a quick show of how Spirit's built this out for me. So we've had a lot of work done in the spirit world to put you two together. A lot of work that when there's these conflicts that come up to try to get everybody to sort of mellow. And I just think there's like something repetitive or chronic that the only real ointment for it is a timeout. And so Spirit has you two sort of separated in your corners right now. And sometimes when we get that space, we go, okay, wait a second. This isn't actually what I want permanently. I might have needed it to catch my breath. I feel the two of you are, the probabilities are way more in favor of the two of you being able to come back together and talk through this. But I will say Spirit is offering, and listen, we could talk all day long about all the things, because I know you have your laundry list of things that Brian needs to, tick off. But just in the short time that we have here, just one thing I'll offer you is if you can just maybe give him one, all right? Like when the two of you talk next, like let him go first. Let him share, let him go first. Because listen, I see the laundry list you have and it's all valid. I agree, all right? We agree, okay? But if you let him go first and you let him get one, he's going to be way more receptive to you and what your ask is. Because what we don't want to do is you two come back together, which I think is exactly what's going to happen, and then repeat the thing again, Okay, we want to repattern this in a better way. So I hope that doesn't upset you. I'm just honestly giving you something that your guides are giving me for you, because if you do that, you're going to get what you want. And I want that for you. So I do think, Natalie, you two are going to be coming back together. Look for communication here in 9. So, wow, today's the 9th. I just thought about that. So wouldn't that be fantastic? 9 o'clock or today on the 9th, 9 hours, 9 days. Okay. So it's not, we're not talking about, 9 months or years or 2029. We're talking about like this month in a few days or hours. So hang in there, my friend. I feel your heart's heavy. Take good care of you. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Natalie, for that question. We are rooting for you. So definitely keep Psychic Chip updated as that kind of develops as well. And we really appreciate you submitting your question today. We really enjoy, yes, having you on the live stream. Her follow-up question is, should she reach out, yes or no?
You know what? I think in this case, what I want to say, Natalie, is like, I want you to trust your instincts. And here's a good way to test whether you're reaching out prematurely or not. If you reached out tonight and you didn't get a response before bed, if you would feel like you tank and you'd feel really anxious, that's a sign that your system needs you to just hang tight and pause. Okay. Wait till the morning. But if you feel like you could send something and let him like marinate on it, chances are he actually probably is going to respond pretty quickly to you. And you could even, kind of use that guidance where your guys are saying, hey, listen, I know we're ticked off at each other. I'm willing to just listen. And I'll just leave that, in your inbox for right now. I'm telling you, he will just like be right back in your court. So hope that that's helpful.
Wonderful. Thank you, Natalie, again, for submitting that question. Next question I spotted was here from YouTube. Poetic Nomad wanting to know, she just moved to Dubai, excuse me. She wants to know if she has made a mistake doing this. Is there work and love coming for her here? She wants to know if she's going to be able to find and make a stable home for herself.
Okay. Well, Poetic Nomad, since I don't have your name, I'll do my best to read your energy. I love your energy. I think you are an incredible person. And I think what I want for you right now is community. Spirit says the starting place is not just your romantic love situation, but that's going to come to you in the way that you're going to feel at home here. Amira, I hope I've done right by you on that. What Spirit's saying is like there's a community of people, and there's about 3 or 4 people that I see that are going to be like very important people in this chapter of your life. You did not make a mistake. Your guides are very clear about that. But this is a season, okay? And I think that there are some important soul connections that you have to make, but it's going to come to you through connecting in the community and the people that are like-minded. I will say one of them is female, right about your age, maybe a year or 2 younger, very highly creative, but in a different way from you. Maybe visually, like I see poetic. So I don't know if you write poems or not, but like if you're the visual one, then she's the written one. If you're the written, so there's something like very complementary. And I actually think the two of you are going to do work together, and then you're going to be connected to a circle that she is a part of. So there's something powerful about that. And that's how I think you meet your romantic connection, and also, financial blessings come through that as well. And he has an A name, Ahmad, Amir. There's like an A name for you. It's interesting. You both have A names. That's how you'll meet him. So I know there's always a little bit of a hangover after you made a big choice like that. And sometimes we want to go like beat ourselves up and like, did we do the right thing? You did the right thing. You took the bait from your guides. You can always press the eject button. If you need to go back, do that. But I think you're fine. You're going to settle in here. And I really feel like by the time we get to the end of March, you're like, okay, Chip, I see what Chip was talking about. So you're going to meet some important people in the next few weeks. I think you're going to be important for your journey. So blessings, my friend.
Yes, thank you, Poetic Nomad or Amira, excuse me. Thank you for submitting your question today, and we really hope that you enjoyed that answer from a Psychic Chip. Definitely let us know in the chat if you did, and we'll make sure to put it up on the screen as well for him. But I spotted this other question, one here from Charlotte from Facebook. Charlotte is saying, great to connect with you again, Chip. She's really wanting guidance with Kier in regards to their connection. Will the connection between Charlotte and Kier ever get back on track? Thank you in advance.
Okay. All right, Charlotte. Pleasure to be reconnected with you as well. Okay. Okay, so sometimes my guides come in and they show me certain signs and symbols. Those of you who read with me, you know this is part of the way that spirit connects with me. And so I will tell you, you have a very, very lovely woman, Charlotte, who's in the spirit world, and she is a guide, and my guides have brought her to me. She could have even been an ancestor, like a grandmother, aunt, mother figure. It's on the maternal, very maternal energy. And she's showing me the carrot and the stick. Okay. So like, this is like, tale as old as time, but it works. And I feel like what they're essentially saying is maybe the breakdown here is really, when you leverage the carrot versus the stick. Okay. Like sometimes I think that could be where things have gotten off a little bit. So if you find that you've been very warm and loving and sort of like putting a lot of bids out there and inviting it's time for like, let's tap into that inner strength, right? That inner warrior queen, okay, energy. And if it has been like really hard nosed, like a softening. So there's something I think that you can offer from your end, but that's only half, that's 50%. Okay. And so we do need him to step forward. And I think that you absolutely can. I mean, let's be honest, you two both have very distinct ways of wanting to do things. And you have your particular reasons why it should be that way. And you're both, ready to go like die on the hill about it. And so what we want is we want love to be the focus. So it's almost like I want to like put all that stuff in a closet for right now. And I want the two of you to go to a cabin. I don't want you to like do gratitude practices and be like thankful about what all the warmth and the two beautiful souls that you two have and the good things you bring forward. It's like spirit's saying like a whole like shift in focus. So it'd almost be like if my screen went from black and white to like really bright and colors, like that's what they want. It's a shift in focus. That's what the transition that you're looking for is. And I do think that it can get better. So good to hear from you again, Charlotte. If we can look at it deeper, let me know. Okay. Blessings and hang in there.
Yes, thank you, Charlotte, for joining today's live stream as well. Highlighting Amira's thank you as well, Chip, for the question you just answered. But thank you, everybody, for joining our live stream. Always love all the engagement we get with each of these free live previews of California Psychics, these Monday live streams. So thank you, everybody. Again, just a quick shout out to all of y'all. We love these opportunities as well. I spotted this question here from Laura, but right before we get to your question here, Laura, I do want to shout out Psychic Chip here because we are about over halfway done with today's 1 hour live stream. So for those who are wanting to connect with Psychic Chip and get a one-on-one guaranteed reading experience on CaliforniaPsychics.com, you can always do so when you go to CaliforniaPsychics.com, like I just said, or the California Psychics app. But Chip, can you let everybody know when is the very next time you'll be online and available for those who are seeking those one-on-one readings with you?
Yes, and I apologize. I missed your prompt there last time, Carson. I said my weekly schedule, but I actually will be next on this evening. As soon as we finish up here, I'll be on and taking calls and looking at offline messages if that's a more convenient or preferable way for you to send me a message. I also have appointments available all throughout the week, so check those if you'd like to skip the queue. Okay, I know sometimes I can get frustrating waiting, but I'll be logging on at 10 a.m. each day. And usually I am scheduled with a slight break in the afternoon and then back on until approximately 6 or 7 Central Time each day. So Friday will be a half day, so I'll be on in the morning mostly, but I'm looking forward to connecting however is easiest for you. And if you don't see a time you like, please let me know, or a customer service know, and we'll try to work that out. We'll try to schedule something.
Yes. Thank you, Chip, for that explanation. And just to reiterate, if you are wanting to connect with Psychic Chip after the live stream, he'll be online on California Psychics right after the live stream. So you can connect with him for that one-on-one psychic reading or go a little bit deeper into a reading you may receive today. Laura's question for you, Chip, as we hop right back into questions. She wants to know about her and her long-distance boyfriend, Joris. She wants to know if you can see the two of them getting married this year and moving to Belgium. And she did clarify in a separate comment that in order for the marriage to happen, it would need to happen in California, where Laura is from first. So,
Okay. Carson, would it be okay if I just validated something with a card here? And I do this
yeah, absolutely.
readings because I just want to make sure I've got it. So, okay. So Laura, so this is one of those situations where I think this is like at a pay grade that's way above mine. Okay. So this is like divine intervention. We're talking about two souls coming together and your paths and your astrological charts and your destinies are, clashing. Clashing doesn't mean necessarily bad. It just means that like sometimes one person's going one direction and the other's going the other, and then they come back together. Okay. And that's the dance of romantic love. And the two of you have, oh my God, at least, geez, it feels like 300,000 past lives together or something. The connection is uncanny. That said, and this card validates what I was feeling is, so I have the Hanged Man, and this card can feel like doom to people when they get it. It's actually really not supposed to be and isn't intended to be a scary thing at all. I think I had a message from a guide earlier who was saying like, this isn't about punishment. This is about protection. So there's something here that's on one of your paths, and we can maybe look at it, in a reading together deeper, but one of your paths, and I'm not sure which one, it could be both. Maybe that's why it's not totally clear which one, but like one of you has to have something happen first. And I don't know exactly what that is, but if it had happened any sooner than it's going to happen, it would not be a good outcome for you. And I think Spirit wants the two of you to be able to figure this thing out. So I don't feel comfortable giving you a 2026 confirmation 100% right now. It's like that Hanged Man isn't like a firm no that it can't happen. It's saying like a not right now and for your ultimate good right now. So I want to say this is something that is spiritually being worked out for you. And I don't want you to feel discouraged by that. It's something I think is going to unfold for you, but there won't be these question marks around it. Like, am I going to? Does he want me to? It'll be very clear when it's the right time. So I hope that makes sense to you. And if we need to, we can dive in deeper to the details and everything offline. So I hope that resonates with you. Blessings. And I think you two will get there. You will.
Yes, thank you, Laura, for submitting your question today. We always love the chance to get to see you and answer your question about you and Yoris. So definitely want to thank you for attending and submitting your question today. And yes, if you are wanting to speak with Chip more, you know that you can always just click the link in the description to watch or I guess connect with Chip on California Psychics. But really want to thank you again for attending the live stream today. Spotted this question next from Harley in regards to her or Harley and D. Is there a future for reconciliation and a potential commitment with D?
Yes. And also I see a second male energy in the picture for you, or second a second energy here. So I'm not sure whose this is for, but I will just say yes. Yeah, I do get that, but there's somebody else coming in for you is how they show it to me. And you could have a connection to this person from August, or they may have a birthday in August. So there's something about August. So they're Leo. Yeah. I feel the two of you are going to come back together though. Yeah. Sometimes I see it's a real crossroads and you have to make a choice, but no, Spirit's making me feel like you definitely are. So I'm going to go with that. And just don't be surprised if you also have another person in the picture that's, showing you a little bit of, shall we say, contrast. Okay. And that could also be to kind of speed this up. Sometimes people feel that and they go, oh, they don't know why, but they jump forward. They're like, I'm going to lose my mate. So that can work to your benefit. But yeah, I get a strong yes around that. Harley.
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you, Harley, for submitting that question today. And we are glad that you were able to join today's live stream. Next question is here from Roy, wondering about his connection with him and Stephanie. Will their connection get better and proceed with a better relationship, possibly more? Roy, can you elaborate if this is possibly like like a friendship evolving into a relationship, or is this a kind of reconciliation? I just want to get some confirmation as well. But
Well, I can definitely say I think that there's improvement in whatever context it is, but it does feel like Roy, I just feel like I'm sitting down in a chair. I connect with your energy. Okay. This is how I work. I connect with your energy and I feel like I'm sitting down in a chair and I feel like I have my guides around me and it's like a pep rally. And they're all like, you're a good person. You're worthy. And like, think about all these great things that you bring to the table. And so I think whenever I get that, it tells me that there's a feeling of like there could be some guilt or some self-worth or some self-doubt that's in the picture. And that can make us feel very antsy or anxious. And so what the guides are actually saying is that one of the important things for you to do right now is to really be, I don't know, some people do affirmations, some people do therapy or coaching or read books, whatever it is that works for you, my friend. Call me, I'll do it for you. I'll channel your guides for you. It's like, we need to pick me up, because that's the attractive energy that Stephanie was drawn to. And right now, I think it's just the heaviness of the situation is weighed on you. And so they really want you to get back into really like loving yourself, believing in yourself, because if you approach with that energy of like, God, I got my tail tucked between my legs, and and it's not to say you necessarily should have that or whatever, but it's like there's this little shift, and then I feel like, oh, this dynamic changes for me. Okay, so that's how I think it can happen. Stephanie's got some walls up. They show me in her protective mode. So if there is something that you need to apologize for, do it. I think that will bring light into this. If you've already done it, there's no need to do it 7,000 times. And that's where Spirit's saying, hey, just have that confidence when you do reapproach the situation, because it can get better. And I do think the two of you have way more to go. I mean, I'm looking at the two of you being in touch this year, and you'll have off ramps if you feel like it's not for you anymore. But if you want it, it's there for you.
thank you, Roy, for submitting that question today. We are rooting for you. Definitely want to know any updates that you might have regarding this as well. So definitely shoot us a message, or shoot Chip a message as well on California Psychics. Spotted this question next from Nicole. We're feeling for you, Nicole. So we want to help you out with this question today. She feels her her business is down. Her husband has lost his job, and they were forced to relocate to a 2-bedroom apartment from a 3-bedroom home. Do you think their marriage, and I guess also importantly, their business will make it through kind of this downturn?
Okay, Nicole. First of all, I think you two is very interesting. Sometimes I see this, like two people are soul connected and they have these very eerily similar things that happen on their path, right? Sometimes we're tested in different ways, and then the other's there to kind of pick us up, right? But sometimes it happens to both of us. And here lately, what I've been noticing, just kind of out there in the collective and with the folks that I read for, is that there is a lot of exposing like the next level of healing and growth that needs to happen. So this feels very scary. The ego wants to self-protect and go to the worst possible outcome. Are we going to make it? We're in a 2-bedroom now. Now, I'm not saying any of those things are preferable, but what they are is actually a gift to you from the universe, because you two are going to face some things that I think are going to take you to the next level. So I don't have anything that's making me feel like severing a connection or breakup. There may be some things the two of you, because you're going to be closer, may have to face together and work through. But this is designed to help you to get to that next level. Financially speaking, I do think this year is going to be a restructuring year for the both of you. I don't think you leave the year worse off than you started. What I feel like is we're restructuring, we're revising. And I'm being playful here because your guides are being playful. They want to lighten this energy up. So it's like, if I sell ice cream, I might also start selling candy bars. It's like if I have a restaurant that serves a particular genre of food, I might start, if it's a breakfast joint, I might start serving lunch as well. There's like a revision, and they're making me feel like adding. So not taking away, but adding whatever it is that the two of you do professionally. It's like I'm adding on to that. And there's new challenges ahead individually. But in the relationship, the two of you are going to be each other's rock during this time. So I don't want you to go in with doom and gloom. You guys are going to be okay. So hang in there, seek counseling or coaching if that feels supportive of you. It doesn't have to be, $700 an hour kind of thing. And if I can help in any other way, Nicole, please let me know. Okay. Get the support you guys need. You'll make it. You'll be fine.
Yes. Thank you, Nicole, for submitting that question today. We are rooting for you. And we definitely want to hear back whenever things are going well. So yes, thank you for bringing forward that question today as well. And yes, she just wants to say thank you as well.
See, you're already in sync with your guides. You just needed that validation. Perfect. You got
Wonderful. Now we're going to be switching over to our card pull section of the live stream, and I spotted this question here from Helen, wanting to know. But right before we get to Helen's question here and her career card pull, Psychic Chip. For those who are wanting to know for those who are wanting to connect with you on California Psychics for a one-on-one psychic reading experience and get a guaranteed answer to their questions, can you please let everybody know when is the very next time you'll be online and available?
Yes. So I will be on this evening. I mean, literally in just a few moments a few minutes after we wrap up here, Carson. So I'll be logging on this evening for a little bit longer and taking calls and reading messages. And then I am on all of this week, starting at 10 a.m. each day Central Time, and a little break there in the afternoons, and then back on in the evenings until around 6 or 7 relatively p.m. Central Time. So appointments are available if that's more convenient to you to be able to kind of get ahead of the queue. And if you don't see a time that you'd like that works for you, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll see if I can accommodate it, and let's see if we can make something work. Or customer service can also help with that as well.
Fantastic. Thank you, Chip, for that. And you can always click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now to pull up Psychic Chip's profile and connect with him on California Psychics there. And if you have any questions about connecting with Psychic Chip, or getting started with California Psychics, or just getting booked with Psychic Chip, please do not hesitate to contact our wonderful customer service line at California Psychics. They're happy to help in any way they can. Helen's question for you as we switch over to our card pull section of the live stream for those who are requesting either a love card, general card, career card, like Helen. Do you see any interviews for Helen leading to a job offer? Thank you.
Yes, Helen. Okay, well, we have a good connection because actually the card validated what I felt psychically as I was shuffling and saw it. So your card is the moon card. Now, from a timing perspective, I felt yes that you were. From a timing perspective, the moon card can indicate within a moon cycle, okay? Or for me, this is how I read, it can indicate one of the prominent moon cycles, so like a full moon or a new moon. And we actually have a new moon coming up. We also have the Lunar New Year in less than, it's like right around a week, maybe 7 to 8 days from now. So you do have something pretty significant that's happening. We also have an eclipse around that time. We have 2 eclipses between now and the first week of March. So we're talking like explosive, big new beginnings. And that it can only serve to support you on your path, my friend. So I think you got good stuff coming, Helen. If we can read on it deeper, get more specific, let me know if you have other opportunities you'd like me to specifically look at. But yeah, you have some good stuff coming this month.
Fantastic. Thank you, Helen, for submitting your question today and for attending today's live stream as well. Amira also saying, yes, Saturn leaving Pisces very soon, thank God. Yes, I can definitely understand that kind of energy. I spotted this question here next from Hannah. Hannah's wanting to know if she could get a love card, please, regarding her and West. Is West going to be coming back into her life?
Okay, Hannah. Well, I'm curious about West's birthday, but we have the King of Wands here. So we do have a very strong masculine energy, somebody who's likely very extroverted, not afraid to be in front of people. So this is somebody that's comfortable being in front of people and comfortable with people. They're usually quite extroverted. So I think if they're an Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, for me, that's how I read that. That would be a good indication West is part of your love story. It could also indicate that there is some movement here in Aries season. So King of Wands can indicate the season where there's movement for an individual. But I will tell you, there's something that tells me, and I get this sometimes, guides are very strategic and they're very practical. They love to be woo-woo, but they're very practical. And sometimes they see down the timeline and they're like, ooh, we could also connect into this lovely person. And so you may have somebody that's a very King of Wands type energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that comes into your life to serve as contrast to West. West may feel that and pop back in. I see that all the time. It's the law of attraction. So I would just tell you, I feel that's entirely possible. But yeah, I like, well, just to be respectful of the time crunch, I'll just leave it there. But I think there's some good stuff coming for you in love this year. I really do. Yeah. Yeah, it's your time. Your guides are like, it's her time. So, yeah.
Thank you, Hannah, for attending today's live stream. And we really hope that you enjoyed that answer from a psychic Chip. Yes, really want to thank you. And she also wants to say very exciting and that she is a Sagittarius as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, that's good energy, Gemini and Sagittarius, opposite sides of the year. So, all right. Next question I spotted was here from Carrie, wanting to know if she can get any new information regarding her and Corey. Thank you.
Carrie and Corey. Okay, so Carrie, I have the Three of Swords right now as the energy. So it does look like there's some heartbreak, separation, and disappointment. And, you know, this is a minor arcana card, so it doesn't always necessarily mean this is permanent, okay? But it does mean that we have to accept that there's heartbreak, disconnection in the present moment, okay? Everybody reads differently, but since we're pulling cards, I have to read the way that I read and how my guides give it to me. So what I would say is we have to focus on what would it take to repair this for each of you? And if that's compatible and workable and everybody's willing to do that, okay, this can be repaired. And sometimes the facts are that like we are using that person as a catalyst to connect to somebody that is much more aligned, that's not going to do this to us. So I feel for you, Carrie. This is a very difficult situation. I feel the heaviness in it. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a ending, but we got to figure out what can pull those three swords out and be the ointment to patch up those three wounds in your heart, you know. And if he's not able to do that right now, then take that as your guides are going to bring you somebody that can. And they just need you to be willing and open-hearted to love in all its forms, which could be him and it could be outside of him. So if you're wanting to manifest love, let's go just a little bit more general. Call love in all its forms, and you'll likely also bring him in as well. So just, I think you're on the right path. Your guides are making you feel like you're on the right path. Hang in there, Carrie.
Right. Thank you, Carrie, for submitting that question and joining today's live stream. We are dwindling on the final few minutes of today's 1 hour live stream. Psychic Chip, can you please let everybody know when's the very next time you'll be online and available for those who are seeking a one-on-one reading experience with you on CaliforniaPsychics.com?
Yes, so I will be on. Yes, thank you, Carrie. Blessings to you, my friend. Yes, I will be on as soon as we wrap up here, Carson. I'll be on taking calls, reading messages this evening for a couple of hours. And so I'd love to speak with all of you if you are available tonight. And if not, I'll be on the rest of this week through Friday. So I'll be on each morning around 10 a.m. Central Time, a little break in the afternoon, and then back on in the evenings until around 6 or 7 Central Time, given the day. So I try to offer appointment times to accommodate everybody if that's of interest to you, if you don't want to wait in the queue, or you can send me an offline message, whatever is most convenient to you. If you don't see a time you like, let me know, or customer service know. We can touch base and schedule a one-off for you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chip. Spotted this next question for Danielle. Might be a little hard to answer to the card pull, but we'll I guess give a little grace to Danielle here. She wants to know, in terms of love, should she be dating openly and kind of avoiding her heart getting involved? Should she not be dating at all? Or can you kind of foresee if there is a new or former love coming into her life that she should be kind of setting her sights on? any elaboration helps if we also want to keep it simple for the card pull.
Yeah, Danielle. So I'll just tell you psychically, I feel like new for you. And that's not to say folks can't from the past come back in, because usually when our energy is occupied with somebody that's new and they're admiring us and loving us and giving us that good attention, our vibration goes up and then they can feel it. So a lot of times folks from the past, that takes care of itself. That's the best way to heal. If you were trying to attract somebody back in from the past, that's the fastest way to do it, in my view. Plus healing the wound of it. But I get the 8 of Wands for you. This is like, I don't think you're going to be asking this question in a few months. Like, this is a very, very swift energy. It does also indicate that, like, you have the wind at your back. There's something you don't even see coming that's getting ready to, holy smokes, change your total perspective and outlook here. And the way I read, I often see the 8 of Wands being a very, very positive, like auspicious omen. So something that's going to come in and totally this question will be moot. You'll be like, oh, I get it. So something very powerful you're not seeing coming, and it's very, very swift. It's coming very swiftly for you. So I don't even think you have to brain crunch this, my friend. Let your guides bring this to you. It's on its way.
Wonderful. Thank you, Danielle, for submitting your question today and joining us for the live stream. I know it was kind of on the tail end of it, but really hope that you enjoyed that answer from Psychic Chip. Next question I spotted was here from Tara, wanting to request a general card from you, Chip, please.
Okay, 9 of Pentacles, Tara. 9 of Pentacles is, we're talking about money, stability. The 9 is a sign of a number of completion. So the Ace of Pentacles, that first seed that you planted coming back to you. So this is a season for you to reap what you sow. If you're involved in circle spaces and with people or jobs that aren't recognizing your 9 of Pentacles energy, it's like, let's align with 9 of Pentacles energy. So we're talking about an individual that is so wealthy. They have property, assets, money. They have falcons. I mean, we don't have just like dogs. We're talking about like the kind of money you can do whatever you want with. That's an abundance mindset. And it is one that comes from steady, discipline, hard work. So we're talking about whatever it is you want to bring in. This is your time. And they want you to align with that energy. And I think that you are going to find whatever it is you're calling in, my friend. It is a very, very positive omen for you. So very positive. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Tara, for submitting that question. Now, we are going to be ending our live stream here in a few minutes, so we'll only have time for a few more questions, or a couple more questions. Next one I spotted was here from Stephanie, wanting to request a love card from you, Psychic Chip.
Stephanie. Ooh. 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is a really lovely healing card. Friends, family, those who you trust coming to support you, uplift you. You could meet the next love of your life in a very 3 of Cups way through people that you know, at a party, at a wedding. Think about where folks celebrate and have adult beverages. Okay, we're talking about you are going to find the person that is like a best friend and is also a lover. And I usually see this 3 of Cups, meaning, first of all, you're in that energy of fun, positivity. You're connected with your community, your network, like you feel supported. And that's usually how they come to you. So I think you're going to meet this person organically. If you already have somebody in your life, I think this is a really positive sign of healing and fun. Have fun in love. So that's what I get for you. 3 of Cups. Beautiful card.
Fantastic. Thank you, Stephanie, for joining us today. Next card pull is for Chandel. Thank you for joining us today, Chandel. She wants to request a general card, please, for what is to come in 2026. What do her guides wish for her to know?
Okay. All right. So Chandel, you have the Magician. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. You know, some people read this one a little more negatively. I actually feel that the Magician is really, when we talk about things like the law of attraction, you know, Harry Potter or wizardry, right? Like calling things, pulling rabbits out of hats. Like we're talking about, you have all the tools at your disposal. It's in here. It's your God. It's your birthright to attract in what is aligned for you, what you desire, what's meant for you. It's not your job to necessarily go out there and make it happen, but it's like, remove any blocks to what is meant for you. in this year. Magician is like, you can be what you want to be. An astronaut, you can do it. You want to start your own business, you can do it. You want to attract a lover, you can do it. It's something around your life purpose and money, though, is where they want to take me. And we're talking about making those paths merge. So that's what I feel for you in particular with the Magician. But you have all that you need to make this happen. You are the Magician. So embrace that energy. It'll come to you.
Yes. Thank you, Shandell, for joining us today. Now, Psychic Chip, can we pull a card pull for just kind of the live stream today? And for those who have not gotten a card pull yet, seeing as we only have about a minute left, and I want to make sure that people are able to walk away with something today. As Chip is going to be going online on California Psychics in here just a few minutes. And if you want to connect with him for a one-on-one psychic reading experience, you can do so on californiapsychics.com. Thank you. Take it away, Chip.
Yes. So card for the collective here is actually the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is actually kind of similar to the energy of the Magician for me. The way I read this is we're talking about you are doing the thing that you have, theoretically thought you could, ask for permission to do, set your intentions for. So this isn't a card about reading the affirmations and trying to get your beliefs straight. This is the card of action and doing it and having done it. So the Two of Wands, the card that comes before this, is a picture of somebody that's holding the globe. They're looking off the cliff and they're going, where do I want to conquer next? Where do I want to go next? You've done that part. Now give yourself permission to really go do the thing, call yourself in. Manifestation is a combination of belief that you deserve it and then the action that corresponds to that. And that Three of Wands is like, now go do it, because you are worthy and deserving of it. There's nobody, nothing in the world that can take that from you. So I love that card. If you are wanting love, career, abundance, whatever it is, like, it is yours. So Three of Wands is like, come get it, go get it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Chip, for that collective reading. Now we have reached the end of today's free live preview of California Psychics. Psychic Chip is hopping online on californiapsychics.com. So click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now to connect with him and continue kind of the live stream energy, the good vibes that we have from today's live stream with him in a one-on-one psychic reading format on californiapsychics.com. Yes, Chip, can you relay your schedule for the rest of the week as well? And then we will be done for today.
Yes, Carson. So I'll be on, as you said, I'll be on here in just a few moments once we wrap up here for a couple hours this evening. And then every day this week through Friday, starting at 10 a.m., little break in the afternoon, and then back on in the evenings until around 6 or 7 p.m. Central Time. So grab an appointment, shoot me a message if you don't want to wait in the queue. I understand that. Or reach out to me or customer service if you don't see a time you like, and we'll set something up.
Fantastic. And yes, you can do so when you click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now. Connect with Psychic Chip on californiapsychics.com. Thank you, everybody. And until next time, bye-bye.